Okay, yeah. So do my makeup with me while I give you a story time about how I was in a 7-year relationship with a very suspect and questionable man.
And that's my thing. I hear every woman say that they was in a relationship with a questionable man, a suspect man, somebody that had red flags. But what y'all thought y'all was at an adventure at Six Flags every time y'all saw the red flags? I'm just because I'm trying to comprehend this, right? If you're not being abused and you're not, being mistreated and all that shit, like, why can't you walk away? What makes it hard to walk away from a relationship that's making you feel like shit? A relationship that is not validating you, a relationship that doesn't make you feel good. Why stay? All them red flags would have made me left. 7 years? The other chick too. She was 3 years with the bull. It was just her and him in the beginning. Then it was Michael. Shit.
And the only reason I'm saying suspect and questionable is because I did not have definitive proof, like catching him in the act or um, seeing pictures or anything to say this man is full on gay. But once I get to the story time, y'all gonna be like, bitch. Like, disclaimer, I'm not outing anybody. I'm gonna be using fake names. It's not the fact that it's the sexuality part, it's the down low, hiding, being manipulative, breaking hearts, cheating. That's the bigger moral of the story. Be who you want to be. There's no homophobia here, but be who you want to be and stand on that. Okay? Let's get it. All right. So let's call my ex Ronnie. We're gonna call him Ronnie. Ronnie and I, we had a lot of mutual friends, and that's just kind of how we met, just in passing. Like how you have friends and then the guy has friends and their friends are friends, but we're not friends. Mutuals. Duh. That's what I could call them. Mutuals. So this particular time that I seen him was at Six Flags. He was with his best friend. Keep that in mind because he's going to be a huge part of the story. And I was with my two homegirls. So it was a little bit more intimate than it usually is with all of our friends around. So I was able just to get a better look at him and just a better all vibe of who he was because it wasn't so much noise and so much people. And the vibe was cool. He was very calm, very collective, very mature from what I was seeing, and he was very attractive. For some reason, I guess everything was just chaotic any other time I seen him, but I was able to see him in the light of day. It was not so much going on, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's very attractive," and I fucked with it a little bit. Right? So when we got home, we spoke to each other on Facebook, like, "Oh, it was nice seeing you. Nice getting to know you. This, that, and third, blah, 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 blah." And from that point on, we never stopped speaking. Like we just never stopped talking. Every day it was a good morning. How's your day going? This is how this is what I did today. Blah 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 blah. So fast forward, that was in like August. Fast forward to January. Um, he gave me this really, really beautiful long paragraph for my birthday. And I just thought that was really, really cute. Like this was a guy, he was very consistent. From that point from Six Flags, we probably the most we went without speaking to each other was probably like a day. So I was like, yeah, I dig him. And then he finally asked me on a date. He said he started a new job and his time was a little bit free. And then he stopped going to school. So he stopped going to college. He was going to a college that was a little further from where we stay at. So when he asked me on a date, he asked me out to the movies and he paid for the tickets. He kept in touch with me the whole time up leading up to me getting there on like what kind of snacks do I like to eat, bought the snacks, and like it just like very 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 attentive, and that's what I really really liked about him. And like I said, I was very young, so it didn't take much to impress me, so to say, and that was just already like more than I've ever like experienced, just him doing that much for me. And I really was vibing with him. It was really, really cool. Fast forward a little bit, we continue speaking, dating. He keeps asking me on dates, and he's paying for the dates. So, and like I told you, I was very young, so him having like a stable job, him being in college, everything was very new to me. I'm thinking this man is doing it, and he was doing it, honey. Okay.
So it seemed like Bull was, doing all the right things in the beginning. So, whew, I wonder where it start changing. Let's continue. So far, she falling for Bull. She don't see nothing weird yet. Yet.
So yeah, like I said, he was doing his thing. Like I had no complaints, no nothing. So the more I got to know him, the more comfortable he started to become. And with that comfortability were, I wouldn't say they were red flags, but it was certain things that I just kind of wasn't used to. And it would be his constant need for approval from this best friend that I told you earlier about. Like it would be kind of before he ever bought something, he had to check in with his friend. And I'm just like, but I already, like, he would come to me and I said, yeah, like that's cool, I like that. But it had to be like this best friend. I could say, yeah, that's a go, do that, or wear that, or buy that, or you know, anything. But until that best friend said yay or nay, it wasn't moving. Like that best friend had to give it the opinion. If he couldn't reach that best friend in time, he would wait to do whatever or buy whatever, or until that best friend gave his opinion on what to do. And that was very peculiar to me. But like I said, I was young. It wasn't right. Just step around. I love that. Okay, so like I said, from January, we going on consistent dates. In April, he asks me to be his girlfriend and make it official. So now we're official. And mind you, I didn't really disclose to my close friends or my family members that I was getting serious with this particular person, because I've been known to do that, to kind of like jump the gun and want to tell my family and friends about this guy, and then things go left. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's another one bites the dust. So I just wanted to just have something for me, see exactly where it was going, how serious this person was, and see exactly what it would turn into before I told anybody. Now we're official. I'm telling my friends and I'm telling my family. He meets my sister first. After meeting my sister, he goes home. I head over to my sister's house. My sister says, Jada, that man is gay. I said, I'm I'm sorry. I'm wait. Okay.
So somebody tried to warn her that they seen the flags, but she was confused too. Like, how can you tell when a man is really on the down low? I hear so many people say this and say that, but what are the real signs of a man being on the down low?
So my sister says that, and I'm like, I'm half taken aback because that was really left field. Because from their interaction, it seemed like everything was going really good, and they was laughing at each other's jokes, or whatever the case may be. And then right after, like she was like, "Yeah, that's what it is." And because I already had those underlying feelings, I just couldn't pinpoint exactly what it is in like regards to the best friend and that dynamic being a little weird to me. When she said it, it was just kind of like, that's what I've been feeling. Okay. But I was still very much in denial. In this whole story, I'm not delusional right now. I was delusional back then. But right now, I'm not gonna be delusional about being delusional back then. Like I was stupid. I was young and dumb, guys. So please don't come for me in the comments. Okay.
Rilla said the sister probably had her own experience. I mean, that's true because she was naive to everything. She couldn't tell. And you heard her just say she was real delusional. I mean, you must be real delusional not to, see the signs that a man is on a DL. I mean, can some men really, really hide them being on the DL? Like, is it really possible to hide that hop on rainbows?
So I kind of just chalk it up to my sister that he was raised around a lot of his sisters, and that could be that influence. She lets it go, I let it go, and we continue on. Now, I met the best friend, questionable. Here comes another male friend that he's very cool with. Let's call him Johnny. So my ex
Johnny.
is Ronnie. This
Ronnie and
other friend that I'm
Johnny.
just
I'm
meeting
dead.
is Johnny. Now, I already knew Johnny from in passing, kind of around
Yeah, so Ronnie and Johnny out here swimming in honey, huh? Damn.
the same neighborhood, got a lot of mutual friends. When I got with my ex, he was very opinionated about our relationship and publicly on social media, kind of always, if you know, when you're young, you make cute little statuses on each other's stuff, and he would always be under both of our stuffs, just commenting something weird like, "Oh, that's gay," or "Yeah, y'all need to get a room." Like, it was just very like, "Oh, this is lame." Like, he just always was commenting every status, almost every status. He would comment something that was a little off-putting to me. So I told him, my ex Ronnie, about it, and he was just more so on, "Oh, that's just Johnny being Johnny. That's just bro. Da 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 da."
Johnny can be
That's gonna
sweet
be a consistent
sometimes.
theme. So pay attention to that too. So this one is about to cut off, but if y'all want part two,
Oh, I'm definitely gonna check out part two. So that'll be for another live stream, right? But shit, it seemed like Johnny and Rodney was out here playing in honey. Johnny couldn't admit that, he liked it Rodney, but Rodney was obvious that he liked to playing with honey. Johnny was very, conservative with himself. He didn't like to show that he liked playing with honey. He liked to keep a secret that, he liked to rolling around in honey. I mean, listen. The signs are obvious. Signs are very obvious. The one thing I don't understand is, right, a man is going to be a man. And he's going to get a hard on regardless, whether it's his preference or a woman, right? My thing is, how can you, as a man, get turned on by another man? He doesn't have a woman's body. And the same thing goes to a woman. How can you get turned on by another woman? She doesn't have a man's body. Like, I don't know. I mean, I do got questions and, questions that stay lingering because they never get answered the right way, or people just want to sugarcoat some shit or put it into riddles. I mean, shit just be obvious. But you know, certain shit you just can't say. You got to be the better person, they say.